Hello everyone. In this video, we'll explore how TCP manages the flow of data between sender and receiver. So, let's get started. Flow control is the mechanism that prevents the sender from overwhelming the receiver with more data than it can handle. Think of it like a teacher explaining a topic to JP, speaking fast and overflowing his mind. JP will kindly ask the teacher to slow down for him to keep up with her. Similarly, imagine you have a sender continuously sending data packets to a receiver. Without flow control, the sender might transmit packets faster than the receiver can process them, leading to packet loss, congestion, and decreased performance. TCP's flow control algorithm helps avoid these issues. The receiver has a buffer, a designated area in its memory, to temporarily store the incoming data. The receiver advertises its window size, which is the available space in its buffer, indicating the number of bytes it can currently accept. The sender adjusts its transmission rate based on this window size and the receiver's buffer capacity. Let's see how it works in practice. If you recall, in an earlier video about the TCP segment, we showed the window size field here as 16 bytes. Actually, with a 16 bytes value, its maximum size would be 64 kilobytes, which is too small. To calculate the actual window size, TCP uses an additional field called window scale in the options. So for example, if window size is 64 kilobytes and window scale is 3, the real window size would be 64 kilobytes by 2 to the power 3, which would be 512 kilobytes. TCP uses a technique called sliding window to manage flow control. The sliding window represents the maximum amount of data that the sender can transmit before waiting for an acknowledgement from the receiver. Initially, the sender sends a segment of data equal to the size of the receiver's window. As the receiver processes and acknowledges the data, the window slides forward, allowing the sender to transmit additional packets. Now, if the receiver's window becomes smaller, for example, due to limited resources, the sender adjusts its transmission rate accordingly. The same will happen if the receiver's window becomes larger. This dynamic adjustment of the window size ensures that the sender and receiver remain synchronized, preventing overwhelming the receiver or underutilizing the network capacity. And that concludes our video on TCP flow control. I hope you found this explanation helpful. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Thank you for watching.